Aging gracefully isn't just about appearance, it's about movement. Mobility is one of the strongest indicators of overall health in people over 70, and science backs this up in powerful ways. Walking speed, grip strength, and balance aren't just signs of physical fitness. They are biological signals that reflect how your heart, muscles, brain, and nervous system are functioning together. Numerous studies have shown that seniors who walk faster, even by as little as 0.1 meters per second, live significantly longer than those who walk more slowly. A study published in JAMA found that older adults with a walking speed of over 1 meter per second had a life expectancy that exceeded average predictions. This is because walking speed reflects cardiovascular efficiency, brain health, and muscle coordination, all key players in longevity. Similarly, grip strength is a surprisingly powerful predictor. Research from The Lancet showed that seniors with stronger hand grips had significantly lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and even cancer. Grip strength is closely linked to overall muscle mass and function, which tend to decline with age, and preserving it means your body is still functioning at a high level. When your muscles are strong, you move more, which helps circulation, maintains joint flexibility, and supports bone density, all of which reduce your risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalization. Balance is equally important. The inability to stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds after age 70 has been linked with a higher risk of mortality in studies from Brazil and Japan. Balance is a complex ability that requires strong legs, good vision, stable joints, and neurological coordination. Poor balance often indicates deeper issues like weakened neural pathways, declining muscle tone, or inner ear dysfunction. The good news? You can improve all three of these functions through targeted activity. Simple exercises like daily brisk walking, resistance band training for hand strength, and balance drills such as heel-to-toe walking or standing on one leg with support can reverse or slow decline. The human body is adaptable at any age, especially when movement is consistent and purposeful. Chair yoga and Tai Chi are especially good for seniors because they combine gentle strength, flexibility, and balance movements in a safe, controlled environment. Every time you improve your walking speed, even slightly, or find yourself standing longer without wobbling, you are literally adding time to your life. Mobility is not just about movement, it reflects your independence, your brain-body connection, and your risk of hospitalization. In fact, hospitals often measure gait speed in seniors as part of assessing their risk of future health events. If you want to know how long you'll live after 70, don't look at your face in the mirror. Look at how fast you walk across the room. Even moderate increases in daily activity have been shown to lower inflammation, improve blood sugar control, and decrease the risk of dementia. Walking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, has been shown to reduce all-cause mortality by up to 39% in older adults. Functional strength and mobility also mean you're more likely to be socially engaged, more confident in daily tasks, and less prone to isolation or depression. The simple truth is that maintaining mobility keeps you engaged with life itself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Without mobility, seniors often lose independence and face rapid declines in health due to inactivity. That decline leads to a cycle. Inactivity causes further weakness, which increases the risk of falling and decreases the motivation to move. But breaking that cycle, even with small steps, can reverse much of the damage. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights, it's about consistency, movement, and awareness. Seniors who walk faster, stand stronger, and balance better don't just live longer. They live better. You don't need a gym membership, just a willingness to take those steps each day. Walk with a friend, take the stairs, or even turn housework into a form of light cardio. Every movement counts. The bottom line is that mobility after 70 is not optional. It's essential. It's the clearest physical signal that your body is still thriving and capable of longevity. So, keep moving, keep balancing, and don't underestimate the strength in your step or the power in your grip. Your life literally depends on it. Cognitive health is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity after the age of 70, and maintaining mental sharpness can literally mean the difference between thriving and merely surviving. As we grow older, it's natural for the brain to undergo some changes, but when those changes accelerate into noticeable cognitive decline, it can signal deeper health concerns that go far beyond memory loss. Numerous studies have shown that seniors with stable or improving cognitive performance tend to live longer, more independent lives than those experiencing rapid decline. In fact, research from the Alzheimer's Association and neurology journals shows that memory loss and reduced processing speed can be early indicators of not just dementia, but heart disease, stroke risk, and even early mortality. That's because the brain is intricately connected to every part of the body: cardiovascular function, metabolism, mood regulation, and immune response all rely on a healthy, well-functioning mind. Cognitive decline can often be the first sign that something is wrong inside the body, from inflammation to blood vessel damage. Regular cognitive engagement, such as reading, solving puzzles, learning new skills, or participating in stimulating conversations, has been shown to slow this decline and support longevity. In a groundbreaking 2020 study from University College London, researchers found that people over 70 who frequently engaged in mentally demanding tasks lived significantly longer, even when controlling for other factors like physical health and education level. But mental sharpness isn't only about memory. It includes attention, problem-solving, language, and the ability to adapt to change, all crucial for navigating life and making good decisions about your health. One key area that's often overlooked is processing speed, the time it takes for your brain to absorb and act on information, which has a strong connection to lifespan. Slower processing has been linked with higher rates of accidents, hospitalizations, and mismanagement of medications. Fortunately, just like physical exercise improves the body, mental exercise strengthens the brain. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, continues well into old age, especially when regularly challenged. Activities like learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or even taking up unfamiliar hobbies like painting or chess have been shown to significantly enhance cognitive reserve, the brain's resilience to damage and aging. Diet also plays a critical role in brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and a Mediterranean-style diet rich in vegetables, fruits, nuts, and whole grains are strongly associated with better cognition and longer life. Blood flow to the brain is essential, and regular movement, like walking or low-impact aerobic exercise, keeps the mind sharp by improving circulation and oxygen delivery. Poor sleep, chronic stress, and social isolation, on the other hand, can accelerate cognitive aging and shorten lifespan. Conditions such as untreated sleep apnea or depression in older adults are closely tied to memory problems and early cognitive decline. Regular checkups and brain health screenings can catch subtle changes before they become irreversible. Technology can also assist. Brain training apps and digital games designed for seniors have been found to improve memory and attention when used consistently. But perhaps even more important than digital tools is real-world engagement. Having regular, meaningful conversations, volunteering, or mentoring younger people stimulates the brain in powerful ways and has been shown to add years to life. The quality of your thoughts influences your biology. Optimistic thinkers with active minds produce less cortisol, the stress hormone that damages brain cells over time. Staying mentally engaged helps prevent withdrawal from life, which often leads to quicker deterioration. In contrast, curiosity and learning spark the brain's reward system and reinforce healthy behaviors. When you challenge your brain, you protect it, and you protect your future. It's never too late to start sharpening your mental edge. Even simple routines, like doing crosswords over coffee or discussing current events with friends, have measurable benefits. Cognitive health is a lifelong investment, and after 70, it becomes a top priority. Every mental challenge you accept is a vote in favor of your own vitality. Just like with physical health, small, daily mental habits compound into major long-term rewards. Your brain is your most powerful tool for survival and longevity. Keep it stimulated, protect it with nutrition and rest, and use it to explore the world around you. A sharp mind is not just a sign of a long life. It's what makes that life rich, meaningful, and worth living. Longevity after 70 isn't just about your physical health or mental sharpness. It's also deeply influenced by your relationships and social interactions. Studies from Harvard, Stanford, and major geriatric journals all highlight the same truth. Social connection is one of the most powerful and often overlooked predictors of a longer life. Seniors who remain socially engaged tend to live longer, experience fewer health complications, and report greater overall life satisfaction compared to those who are isolated. One of the longest-running studies on human development, the Harvard Study of Adult Development, found that the quality of relationships at age 70 predicted both happiness and health at age 80 better than any medical marker. That's because loneliness doesn't just affect the mind. It physically weakens the immune system, increases inflammation, and raises stress hormones like cortisol, all of which contribute to chronic disease and early death. Seniors who report chronic loneliness are significantly more likely to develop heart disease, high blood pressure, depression, and even dementia. Conversely, maintaining friendships, community ties, or regular family contact acts like a protective buffer for the body and brain. Engaging in conversation exercises memory, attention, and language skills, all of which help keep the brain active and resilient. Emotional connection also promotes the release of oxytocin and dopamine, hormones that reduce stress and strengthen cardiovascular function. Even casual social interactions, like chatting with neighbors or attending local events, can reduce the risk of death by up to 45% according to a meta-analysis published in PLOS Medicine. This is why retirement communities that offer group activities, learning workshops, and communal dining often report better health outcomes among residents compared to isolated living. And it's not just about quantity, it's the quality of your connections that matters most. Deep, trusting relationships provide emotional security, a sense of belonging and purpose, all of which are directly tied to mental and physical resilience. Purpose, especially when it's tied to relationships, has been shown to activate regions of the brain responsible for planning and emotional regulation, thereby delaying cognitive and emotional decline. Volunteering or mentoring younger people, for instance, doesn't just give back to the community. It boosts your own longevity by reinforcing a sense of identity and usefulness. Seniors who regularly participate in group settings, whether religious, educational, or hobby-based, are shown to have slower declines in memory and better sleep patterns. The act of preparing for and attending events provides structure and anticipation, both of which reduce apathy and depressive symptoms. Physical touch, often missing in isolated seniors, has also been shown to lower blood pressure and reduce cortisol levels. A hug, a handshake, or even a pet on the lap has measurable health benefits. For those with mobility or transportation issues, technology can help bridge the gap. Video calls, online forums, and virtual clubs allow for interaction that still stimulates the mind and satisfies the innate human need for connection. Even writing letters or keeping in touch by phone helps maintain those vital social circuits in the brain. People who have strong social networks also recover faster from illness and are more likely to follow medical advice, take medications properly, and seek help when needed. Being accountable to someone else, even just emotionally, increases adherence to healthy behaviors. The absence of connection, by contrast, can quickly spiral into physical neglect, missed checkups, or medication errors. This is why doctors now screen for loneliness and social isolation in older adults as part of routine health assessments. It's not merely a matter of mental health, it's a matter of survival. Staying socially engaged isn't a luxury in old age. It's a critical, science-backed necessity for anyone who wants to live longer and live well. Whether it's reconnecting with old friends, joining a book club, volunteering at a local school, or simply reaching out to family more often, the effort pays off in years added to life. Relationships aren't just emotionally rewarding, they are physiologically life-giving. They regulate your hormones, sharpen your brain, calm your nerves, and keep your heart healthier. After 70, the most important medicine may not be found in a pill bottle, but in a conversation, a smile, or the warmth of a familiar voice. Sleep is not just rest. It is one of the most powerful biological processes that determines how long and how well you live after 70. As we age, our sleep architecture naturally changes, but these shifts can carry deeper implications for our overall health and longevity. Studies show that seniors who consistently get high-quality sleep live longer, experience fewer chronic illnesses, and maintain stronger cognitive function compared to those who suffer from fragmented or insufficient sleep. In fact, sleep quality is now considered a strong biomarker for aging, just as relevant as blood pressure or cholesterol levels. Research published in journals like Sleep Health and The Lancet Healthy Longevity demonstrates that poor sleep in older adults is associated with increased risks of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, depression, and even cancer. One of the most common issues for seniors is sleep fragmentation, waking up multiple times during the night, which disrupts the deep sleep cycles that are crucial for cellular repair, hormone regulation, and brain detoxification. Deep sleep is when the brain flushes out waste products through the glymphatic system, including amyloid beta, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. Without this cleaning process, the brain slowly accumulates damage that contributes to cognitive decline. Moreover, insufficient REM sleep, the stage associated with dreaming and emotional processing, has been linked to higher rates of mood disorders and shorter lifespan. Seniors who sleep less than 6 hours a night on average have significantly higher mortality rates, while those who maintain 7 to 8 hours of consistent, restful sleep enjoy greater protection against age-related diseases. But it's not just about hours, it's about rhythm. Maintaining a stable circadian rhythm, the internal body clock that regulates sleep and wake cycles, is vital to overall health after 70. Disruptions in circadian rhythm, often caused by irregular sleep schedules, late-night screen use, or exposure to artificial lighting, can impair hormone release, weaken the immune system, and lead to metabolic dysfunction. Melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to sleep, decreases naturally with age, which is why seniors often struggle to fall asleep at their usual time. However, melatonin production can be supported by limiting screen exposure at night, increasing daylight exposure during the day, and going to bed and waking up at the same time daily. Another overlooked factor is sleep apnea, a condition where breathing stops intermittently during sleep, reducing oxygen supply and increasing the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cognitive impairment. It's estimated that up to 30% of older adults suffer from sleep apnea, many without realizing it. Snoring, gasping during sleep, or excessive daytime fatigue are warning signs that should prompt medical evaluation and treatment. Sleep disorders like restless leg syndrome and insomnia also increase with age and, if left untreated, can lead to chronic fatigue, depression, and immune suppression. Fortunately, there are lifestyle habits that can significantly improve sleep quality in older adults. Creating a sleep-conducive environment, cool, dark, and quiet, can promote deeper rest. Avoiding caffeine after noon, limiting alcohol intake, and having a light dinner at least 2 hours before bedtime support better digestion and more restorative sleep. Gentle evening routines such as reading, stretching, or listening to calming music help signal the body that it's time to wind down. Physical activity during the day, even just 20 to 30 minutes of walking, has been shown to deepen sleep quality at night. Seniors who prioritize daily movement tend to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Stress management is also essential, as chronic worry or anxiety can activate the sympathetic nervous system and prevent the relaxation needed for deep sleep. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, or prayer can shift the body into a parasympathetic, rest and digest state that promotes healthy sleep. It's also important to limit naps to 20 to 30 minutes early in the day, as long or late naps can disrupt nighttime rest. Sleep is not passive. It is an active biological process that governs everything from memory consolidation to tissue repair. Seniors who sleep well tend to heal faster, think clearer, and resist disease more effectively. Sleep is when the body goes into restoration mode, and without that nightly renewal, the toll on longevity becomes steep. Prioritizing sleep hygiene is one of the most impactful, low-cost strategies to extend not just lifespan but health span, the number of years lived in good health. If you want to know how well someone is aging, look at their sleep. It speaks volumes about their nervous system, hormonal balance, mental clarity, and physical resilience. After 70, every good night's sleep is not just a comfort. It's a lifeline to a longer, more vibrant life. As we age past 70, the number and severity of chronic health conditions, and the medications used to treat them, become powerful predictors of how long we'll live. The presence of multiple chronic illnesses, a situation known as multimorbidity, is one of the strongest indicators of reduced life expectancy in older adults, according to numerous studies from the British Medical Journal, the Journal of Gerontology, and the CDC. Common conditions like hypertension, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, not only stress the body individually but often interact in ways that compound risk and accelerate biological aging. When an older adult is managing 3 or more chronic conditions simultaneously, the body's regulatory systems, such as the cardiovascular, metabolic, and immune systems, are under constant strain, making recovery from even minor illnesses more difficult. However, it's not just the diseases themselves but the medications used to manage them that carry significant implications for longevity. Polypharmacy, defined as the regular use of 5 or more medications, is extremely common in people over 70 and is associated with higher rates of falls, hospitalizations, cognitive impairment, and early death. The risk arises not only from potential side effects but from drug interactions, improper dosages, and reduced liver and kidney function in older bodies that struggle to metabolize medications efficiently. Seniors who work closely with their healthcare providers to regularly review and optimize their medication regimens through a process called deprescribing often experience significant improvements in energy, clarity, and overall well-being. It's important to note that not all medications are harmful, but when prescribed in excess or without holistic consideration, they can do more harm than good. A comprehensive understanding of a senior's entire medical profile, including all prescriptions, over-the-counter drugs, and supplements, is essential to avoid dangerous overlaps and interactions. Moreover, the earlier and more aggressively chronic conditions are managed with lifestyle modifications, the lower the long-term risk. For instance, a senior with type 2 diabetes who maintains strict blood sugar control through diet, exercise, and minimal medication has a markedly better prognosis than someone who relies solely on insulin and pills. Similarly, controlled blood pressure through dietary changes and stress reduction has been shown to extend lifespan far more effectively than medication alone. Nutrition, physical activity, sleep, and stress management are not just complementary. They are foundational to managing chronic disease and reducing the need for excessive pharmacological treatment. Weight management is another critical factor, as obesity significantly increases the risk for nearly every chronic condition and shortens lifespan by reducing both organ function and mobility. Seniors who engage in regular exercise, even walking 30 minutes a day, improve insulin sensitivity, reduce blood pressure, enhance circulation, and reduce medication dependence. Maintaining muscle mass through light resistance training also supports metabolic health and improves outcomes in those with arthritis and osteoporosis. It's also important to remember that some medications can impair cognition or contribute to symptoms often mistaken for dementia, such as confusion or memory loss. Medications like anticholinergics, benzodiazepines, and certain sleep aids can be particularly harmful to the aging brain, and minimizing their use can dramatically improve mental clarity and reduce fall risk. Regular blood work, medication reconciliation, and honest conversations with doctors are essential for identifying unnecessary prescriptions and catching early warning signs of organ stress or nutrient deficiencies caused by long-term drug use. Furthermore, seniors should be encouraged to take a proactive role in their care by tracking their symptoms, asking questions about their prescriptions, and understanding the purpose of each medication. Empowered patients who understand their treatment plan tend to make healthier choices and are more likely to detect adverse effects early. There's also increasing evidence that some chronic conditions can be reversed or significantly improved in older adults through focused lifestyle changes. What's often called functional medicine or root cause care. Conditions like type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and even early-stage kidney disease have all been shown to improve through strategic interventions involving diet, movement, and reduced stress. Ultimately, while chronic conditions and medication load are realities of aging, they do not have to be predictors of decline. Seniors who manage their conditions thoughtfully, reduce unnecessary medications, and embrace a lifestyle of proactive health engagement often defy the odds and live well beyond average expectations. It's not about avoiding every diagnosis, it's about how you respond to them. By shifting from a reactive to a proactive approach to chronic disease management, seniors reclaim agency over their health and extend both the length and quality of their lives. The body may be aging, but with the right care and attention, it still holds tremendous capacity for healing and resilience, even after 70. Mindset isn't just a state of mind, it's a measurable influence on how the body ages. especially after 70. Scientific evidence continues to confirm that optimism, emotional resilience, and having a sense of purpose are closely linked with extended lifespan and reduced rates of chronic illness among older adults. A major study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that seniors who reported a strong sense of purpose were 30% less likely to die over the following decade, even after adjusting for health, income, and lifestyle factors. Purpose acts as a psychological anchor, giving meaning to daily routines and making it more likely for individuals to engage in healthy behaviors. Similarly, optimism, the general belief that good things will happen, is associated with longer telomeres, the protective caps on DNA strands that shorten with age and are considered one of the most reliable biological markers of aging. Seniors with an optimistic mindset tend to exercise more, sleep better, maintain social ties, and recover faster from illness, according to findings from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. But it's not just about positive thinking. It's about emotional flexibility and the ability to adapt to life's challenges with acceptance and intention. Those who practice emotional regulation, such as reframing negative experiences, engaging in forgiveness, or expressing gratitude, show reduced inflammation, lower blood pressure, and decreased risk of depression. Chronic stress, by contrast, speeds up the aging process by flooding the body with cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated long-term, suppresses immune function, disrupts sleep, impairs memory, and contributes to weight gain and heart disease. Mindfulness-based practices, including meditation, slow breathing, and body awareness exercises, have been shown to reduce cortisol levels, improve heart rate variability, and even reshape brain regions responsible for focus, empathy, and resilience. Studies using MRI scans reveal that regular meditators, even those who start after age 60, develop greater density in the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making and emotional control. Developing a mindset of resilience doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties. It means facing them with grace, learning from them, and moving forward without being consumed by negativity. Emotional resilience has also been tied to lower hospital readmission rates and improved outcomes in seniors recovering from surgeries or major health events. Furthermore, cultivating joy and playfulness, whether through humor, music, art, or nature, boosts immune function and enhances the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Studies show that seniors who engage in creative or joyful pursuits have lower levels of inflammation and report less physical pain. The mind and body are deeply interconnected, and emotions carry real physiological weight. Holding on to anger, guilt, or regret can wear down the nervous system, while cultivating peace, gratitude, and acceptance can help repair it. Spiritual practices, whether religious or secular, have also been shown to support emotional resilience and add years to life by offering a framework for meaning, community, and emotional regulation. Seniors who participate in spiritual or reflective practices tend to have lower rates of depression and higher levels of life satisfaction, even when facing chronic illness or loss. One of the most powerful predictors of post-70 longevity is a strong inner life, a sense of who you are, what you value, and how you choose to respond to life's ups and downs. People who regularly practice gratitude, for instance, not only feel better emotionally but also experience improved sleep, stronger immune function, and reduced symptoms of arthritis and heart disease. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day has been shown to lower inflammation and improve emotional well-being within just a few weeks. Equally important is self-compassion, the practice of treating oneself with kindness during moments of pain or failure. Seniors who show themselves compassion rather than judgment are more likely to stay engaged in their health journey, even when setbacks occur. The internal dialogue we carry, what we say to ourselves when no one is listening, shapes our biology more than we realize. Encouraging yourself with hope, patience, and a willingness to grow is not just empowering, it's life-extending. The brain is a pattern-making machine, and when you repeatedly focus on purpose, connection, and inner peace, you train it to respond to life in ways that support health and longevity. It's never too late to shift your mindset, build emotional tools, and reshape your inner landscape. Whether through therapy, journaling, group discussions, or daily reflection, strengthening your mental outlook is one of the most accessible and transformative longevity strategies available. Living a long life after 70 is not just about what happens to you. It's about how you interpret and respond to those events. Your mindset is the lens through which every experience passes, and it can either drain you or sustain you. Choose resilience, choose meaning, and most of all, choose the belief that your best years still hold purpose, joy, and growth.